that's something people don't talk about, the process of trying to find a job and how emotionally and mentally exhausting that actually is. Hey everyone, I'm Delena.
I'm Brennan.
And we're continuing our video series about post-grad life.
As you know already, Delena and I recently are back in the Bay Area. Mm-hmm. And I feel like one of the biggest issues for us in our time back has been this little thing called a job.
Yeah. What we went to college for and what the reason why we decided to move out of the city that we went to school in. I personally moved to the Bay Area thinking that it was a better opportunity for my industry to find a job. I spent about 4 to 6 hours every day in front of my computer looking for a job.
That sounds like a full-time job.
It was.
Itself.
I was very strict on myself. I woke up at 10 a.m. every day to make sure I did that.
So early.
But that happened for about 2 months, and I locked down a job, and I'm pretty happy.
Well, I mean, not everybody has something lined up for them right after they graduate, right? And I mean, we all know some people who do, and that's really good for them. But, for the rest of us, there's really a struggle to find, what to do. And I feel like there's a real strong, kind of battle you have internally over like, starting your career versus, just finding something that pays the bills. Mm-hmm. For me personally, I'm looking to go into law school. And because of that, there's not really much that I could do career related after graduation and before I start school. So for me, it was a lot of trying to figure out, okay, what's something I can do in the meantime? And honestly, there's not a lot. I'm not really qualified for that many things. And, I'm not really interested. Not that it's a bad profession, but, fast food and stuff was not in my plans. So it took a while for me to find something, and I'm actually only working part-time.
Well, that's actually different for me because throughout college I was a waitress, and while looking for a job, a lot of people told me, hey, why don't you just be a waitress part-time and find a job? And the problem with that was I went to college for a reason, which was not to do that. And also, that took back a lot of time that I could be spending looking for a job.
Sure, it's opportunity cost.
Yeah, so that's something that I struggled with, was whether or not I should, push this career back a little bit more so that I can have something to pay the bills.
Yeah.
Or, try to take that risk and try to see what I can possibly do. One thing moving back to the Bay Area I struggled with was my network of friends and my professional network. And having that down in San Diego was so nice to have. I spent 4 years trying to build out I went to San Diego not knowing anyone, and I'm back in the Bay Area kind of not really knowing anyone either. One thing was all my friends are down in San Diego and they didn't follow me. I mean, why would they leave San Diego? Secondly, I lost a lot of contact with my friends in high school, and I think that's very natural.
Yeah. You spend so much time in school trying to build up your relationships and networks and communicate with people over there. And if as we did, ending up in a whole nother location after graduation, all that goes away. I feel like, and it's been tough, especially since I'm not actually able to go into my profession yet, and as a result, networking with people in that industry has been pretty tough because I don't feel like I belong there. Local attorneys, they're nice people for the most part.
They're old, right?
Yeah. But I don't have those kind of experiences that I can relate to them, and there's not anything I can really contribute when I'm networking with them. So I almost feel like I'm just a kid trying to hang out with the older people there.
It's okay, you will soon fit in.
I'm now realizing that might not be a good thing. But what can you do? So how have you actually gone about creating this network that you're starting to build over in the Bay Area?
I think one thing that helps is being in the job that I am in now. It has opened opportunities to meet people in my industry. Not too many that I like, but one thing that I'm doing now is just harassing my current friends to introduce me to everyone they know. That hasn't helped me with my career, but it helped me meet a lot of people who are in the same industry, and it's just, meeting each other, shaking hands, And another thing I like doing is joining nonprofit organizations and volunteering with people that are like-minded, such as
collaboration. That is actually where we ended up meeting.
Yeah, so we joined Kollaboration, and I've actually got to meet a lot of cool people that are really into what I want to do in my career.
So. Yeah, and it's really great. In addition to just finding professional networks, to really find people, peers in the area that you're living in that have similar interests and actually do stuff with them. So that's really great. But seeing as networks aren't necessarily the same thing as perhaps building a network of friends, how do you differentiate between those two?
I think the difference between what I would do is coming into it, I know my intentions. I know whether or not they're going to be just my friends or they're going to be my professional network. And that has to do with where I meet them. So most nonprofits, it could be a lot of mixture, but like a networking event for the industry, that's different. Hanging out at a friend house, that's obviously for your friend. And I think in the end, it's whether or not I feel a vibe from them. And if I like the vibe that they're putting off and they're my friend, I'm like, they're going to stay with my friend circle. If not, they're just going to stay in my professional circle.
That about wraps things up here. We really hope you enjoyed our series on postgrad life. I mean, there's so many more things that people encounter and face on a day-to-day basis. But, I'm glad we had a chance to discuss these really important ones to us.
Yeah, and we learned that, definitely Brennan and I, we have a lot of similarities, but we want to know your differences and what you're going through, whether or not you're in college, post-grad, whatever. Comment below or, respond to us, and we want to know about what you're going through.
All right. Well, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
All right, thanks.
All right, see ya. Hey, everyone. I'm Brennan.
I'm Delena.
And we're continuing our series on postgrad life here.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Brennan.
Wait, hold on.
I'll be starting law school soon, but in the meantime, just trying to get some paper and stuff. So we're gonna start this over.
Is that this over?
Let us know what you think.
All right, thanks. Bye.
See ya.
Was that sign off good enough?